YouTube, welcome back to my channel. It's your favorite manifesting cousin, Nee. And I'm super excited to be back with another video for you guys this week. And today we're going to be talking about how I manifested a student loan to just go bye-bye. $6,700 gone. You heard me? So yeah, peeps, my student loans, let me just let you guys know, whenever I decided to go to college, I went to the University of Louisiana in Lafayette, and I graduated high school in 2007, and initially, I wanted to go to school for performing arts. Whenever I was like getting everything ready for school, I vividly remember a family member telling me, you're going to school for performing arts, you need to pick something way more practical. That's not a practical idea. If you're going to go to school, you need to think about going to school for something serious. And I'm not even going to lie, it kind of like crushed all of my little hopes and dreams that I always had. And I ended up taking their advice and messed around and went to school for biology. Why would I do that? So I failed my first year of school because I was more fascinated with drinking and partying and just kind of like enjoying this newfound freedom like most college students do, you know. So I ended up going to school, kind of tried to get my mind right like by my second year. By my third year, I was really serious and I was like, you know what, Niara, like this is your third year. So by that time I was bartending, I had 2 retail jobs, and I was actually doing really well in school. Like I decided to like really like put my head in the game, be focused on school or whatever, and then whatever. My 4th year, I got pregnant. I decided to quit, and I never went back after I got pregnant with my son, who, by the way, is like one of the best things that ever happened to me. But from that experience, I learned like, 1, I love learning. 2, I don't necessarily like people telling me what to learn. I like to figure things out, and not necessarily figure things out on my own, but I'm kind of like a self-learner, a self-led learner. But I never went back to school. And something that's truly important to me when it comes to this journey of manifestation, when it comes to this journey with money, I feel like it's important for you to take care of your responsibilities with money if you want to be able to attract more. Like, I think that anybody could think positive thoughts and put themselves in the vibration of money, but I just think that it's just a poor habit of not taking care of your finances like you need to. So something that has always been really important to me is taking care of my student loans. And the Bible says, oh man, nothing but a smile. I'll go and put the scripture in there. I'll find it for you. But it's like, oh no man, nothing but a smile. I don't want to owe Uncle Sam. I don't want to owe nobody, nothing. So every chance that I got over the years, I would try to put money on my student loans. A lot of the times it was very sporadic, but whenever I got like a real career, I would set it in my budget to pay on my student loans. Now, if you're familiar with Dave Ramsey, who is like this finance guru, he didn't call himself that, but I did. He has this method called the debt snowball. And what it is you list all of your debts from lowest to highest, and you pay the minimum on all of the debts. And if you have any extra money, you throw it at the lower debt. So that way you can kind of knock it out quicker. And then after that smallest debt is paid off, you keep on paying the minimum payments on everything else. Apply that amount of the smallest debt that you were paying weekly or monthly or whatever you choose to do, and put it towards the next debt and its minimum payment. And that's kind of how you snowball it. So I would say for like a good almost a year, probably like 10 months, I was paying on my student loans regularly. Then COVID happened, and there was so much uncertainty with how things were going to go with the company that I was working for and stuff. So I kind of paused it. and I would pay on it. Because what I did was, instead of paying on them monthly, I budgeted to pay on them weekly. So I was able to knock off a substantial amount, you know, being that I was paying on them weekly instead of monthly. But then when COVID happened, I had to kind of scale back from doing that. I wanted to be a little bit more mindful of my finances, so I think I was paying on them monthly. But then life happened, stopped paying on them altogether, and fast forward to October of 2021. So I think for like 21 days prior to this, I was going to this church that I was frequently visiting when I was traveling back and forth from Louisiana to Atlanta, and we were doing a 21-day fast. And a lot of people who are Christian or in the spiritual community, you know, sometimes you do fast for spiritual purposes. For me, I had a lot of changes that were going on at one time, and finances are something that are always super important to me. Again, I'm a Capricorn, so I value stability. And during that time, I was praying and meditating and fasting on just being more wise with all of the finances that I did have, being wise just in general in all of my decision making. So I did this 21-day fast, right? Did the 21-day fast. It wasn't like I specifically said I wanted my debt canceled, but I mean, that's one of my affirmations that I always have, that I'm financially free, meaning debt cancellation, and all of my needs are met with the surplus, like all of that. So go through the fast. During that time, this was like post Hurricane Ida. It was a lot of traveling, going back and forth between Atlanta and Louisiana for me, because at the time my house was messed up. I didn't have any electricity at my home, and the kids had started school, but then they were out of school for 2 months. So it was just a lot. I was looking for a home out here. It was just a lot going on. It was crazy. Like really crazy. But you know, I was just like trying my best to stay prayed up, stay positive, whatever. So one night, this was after I had made it back to Louisiana post hurricane, and like my electricity and stuff was back on. And I remember getting this notification from Credit Karma that my credit score had went up like 150 points. I was on the phone with my friend Paul, and I'm like, yo, I just got like this notification that my credit score went up 150 points. I was like, this is crazy, because like I don't have much on my credit report. My credit report has medical debt and my student loans. It's the largest line of credit that I have. I've been very adamant about not getting any other credit cards, because that's just me. Like maybe I'll change my mind in the near future, but like I feel like if I had it in my mind, I don't want to create any more debt. And from the debt that I've already created, I just want to make sure that I get it down. And what I was seeing from me paying on my student loans regularly was my credit score was going up. Of course, it was like not like 150 points going up, but like it was steadily increasing from me regularly paying on my student loans, which is the longest line of credit, longest line of credit that I've had. So anyway, I get this notification that my credit score has gone up like 150 points, and I'm like, Paul, something must have like got off of my credit report, because how the fuck, when the fuck, why the fuck? And I said, listen, I don't even want to look at it on my app. I say, let me call you back. I'm going to get on my computer and I'm going to check this out. And I took a video. So this is like serious real nigga shit. I wrote this down July 12th, and this was right before I was getting ready to meet with my financial advisor. So I like write all of my bills down, all of the debt that I have, right? This is my Navient student loan balance. $28,435.88, right? These are every loan. This is every loan, my minimum payment, like the interest, everything. What I currently owed at the time, because everything else was like automatic. I get a fucking notification from Credit Karma that my credit score has gone up 55 points. Look at the balance. Look at the fucking balance, bro. Like, look at this. Look at this. Paid off by Louisiana student. What? One of my loans is completely fucking paid off. And it had gained so much interest. Y'all, no lie. Log into Navient, who my debt was with at the time, and sure enough, a $6,700 loan gone off of my credit report. I couldn't believe it. I just could not believe it. I still can't believe it. And I can't necessarily pinpoint what was the thing. It could have been the fast. It could have been the fact that, I try my best to kind of to stay pretty high vibe. Like overall, like I listen to very positive music. I listen to sermons and a lot of positive podcasts and stuff like that. So it could have just been a mixture of all of those things. It just could have been the timing that divine wanted to bless me and remind me that I have not been forgotten, because I had so much stuff going on and so many changes going on at that time. And sometimes you do need that reminder. Like you need a supernatural reminder to come and let you know that you are still being taken care of. You have not been forgotten, and great things are happening to you all the fucking time. Like miracles are happening all the time, and you have to just take a step back and always remember that you're no different from anybody else, and you're just as deserving as anyone else. So that's the story. $6,700 student loan debt gone. Still don't understand. Happy is gone. Happy is not coming back. And I just want to, if I have anything that I want to leave with you guys, is that one, if you have student loans, check on that shit. Literally all of my friends, I'm the only one that even fucking cares. I can promise you I'm the only one that cares about student loans. But I just want to encourage you, if you have them, go check on them. Do your best to pay on them, because it might have just been, I know that there's like student loan forgiveness and stuff like that, but maybe the reason that mine, or at least one of mine, got forgiven was the fact that I was actually trying, and I really feel like college is a scam. Not the education part of it, but the cost part of it. I feel like college is a scam. I feel like student loans is a scam. I feel like they get so many of us because we really just want to make a better life for ourselves. And for a lot of us, a lot of our parents didn't go to college, and we're just trying our best to do what we think is the right thing to make a better life decision. But I just feel like it's so messed up that the only way to get there a lot of times is by taking out debt. And that's just backwards. That's not really kingdom living. I don't believe that's what we came into this time and space reality to do. But, that's just the system that we live in, right? But if I have any advice to you, is check on your student loans if you have them. Check on any debt that you have. Don't ignore it. Don't throw away your envelopes or whatever. The best thing that you can do is just monitor it. Pay attention, even if you don't have the money, and start speaking over those debts. Like, look at it often and be like, one day I'm gonna be able to pay this off when I have the money to pay it off. Because I think something that you have to remember when it comes to money is, like, energetically and spiritually, you have to be in alignment with really desiring to be debt-free, with really desiring to want to do the right thing with your money, to be responsible. And I just feel like even when you don't have it to give, you have to put yourself in the right heart posture. You have to put yourself in the right mindset. So whenever the opportunity does come and you do get extra money, you don't just blow it frivolously. You know what I mean? You do the right thing with it because you genuinely want to have a good relationship with your money. So that's all I have to say about that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe this video. If you have any money manifestation stories that you want to share with me, please put them down below in the comments. If there's anything else that you would like for me to talk about, please make sure to also leave that in the comment. If you haven't already, go ahead and head over to www.neirathegoat.com. Sign up for my emails. I've got a podcast, new episodes coming out weekly on the podcast. I love you guys so much. Remember to follow me on social media, shout me out, and show me some love. Always, always, always remember, what you're seeking is seeking you too. I love you guys. Peace, love, and light. Happy manifesting.